of repetition. So this is what we have done last time, repetition. So for example, this is flow chart fraction, where you see here this arrow is coming from the previous step, and then you have a decision block here. It checks for some condition. So if it is true or yes, then it performs some task and then it goes up, which means it will recheck the condition. So what happens here, whenever the condition is true, this is going to be repeated, right? And whenever condition becomes false, then you come out from the loop. It says, if it is a yes and no, if it is no, then you come out, right? So this is called repetition, and this is very, very interesting idea. Okay, last time we discussed, now let's say you want to print, yes, 10 numbers, 1 to 10, right? I told you in the beginning, you can just simply say print 1, print 2, print 3, print 4, and so on up to print 10. You could have done this. But you know that it's not the most efficient way to do this. So the trick that we have done here, instead of saying print 1, print 2, and so on, we say print number, and this number is a variable. You can use anything here. For example, you can say print I or print n, right? So in my case, we put a number. And what we want to do is, in the beginning, we want to print 1, then 2, then 3, and so on. So initially, we want to assign number to 1. So this is what happens here. When you say number equals 1 and print number, you will get 1, isn't it? Right? And we put up a loop so that this will repeat exactly 10 times. And within the loop, once it print the number, we increase the current value by 1. This is how we will write this in programming. So this is not to say that these two are equal. This is to say that, okay, get the existing number, add 1 to it, and you assign back to number variable, right? So when you print 1, for example, then you say 1 plus 1 number becomes 2. So you go up and so on. Now the next one is, okay, so this will keep on printing. If you, let's assume that this is true always, it's that the case. You start with 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's never ending loop. It goes on like this. So this is to limit to 10 times. When number becomes 10, right, you need to print 10 and then you want to come out the next time. So what we check here is, we are checking whether the number is less than or equal to 10. So when number is 1, 1 is less than or equal to 10, yes, then it will print 1. Then 1 plus 1 becomes 2. You check whether the 2 is less than or equal to 10. Yes, you print 2. You go on like this. Let's say you are printing 8. 8 plus 1 number is 9. 9, we are checking whether it's less than or equal to 10. Yes, you will print 9. 9 plus 1, now number becomes 10. You go up again. You check whether 10 is less than or equal to 10. Yes, it's equal to 10. So you print 10. Next time, you 10 plus 1, number becomes 11. When the number becomes 11, you check whether the 11 is less than or equal to 10. No, then you will come out. So this will exactly print numbers from 1 to 10. And this is exactly what we have discussed. Right. I think we have drawn the flow chart, isn't it? In the above flow chart, number is considered as a variable. So we know that number is variable, it goes from 1 to 10, isn't it? We want to repeat this 10 times. A value in a variable may change during the program execution. You know, that's why we call it a variable. In this statement, number equals number plus 1, the variable number increased by 1, then assigned to the same variable number. So this is what I want to explain here. So when you increase the number by 1, and then you assign back to the number. Okay. So let's take down this. Now what we have to do is we need to print odd numbers from 1 to 100. But let's draw the previous one. Let's start with the previous one always. So we say start. So that's a start. And then we said number is 1, right? So I'm going to say number equals 1. So that is the starting point. And then what we try to do here is we will print number. Yes, we will print number, and once we print, we increase the number by 1. So we are going to say, okay, number equals number by 1. So this is printing 1 at a time. Now to repeat this, we have to check something. The condition that I'm going to check is, I'm going to say, okay, is number is less than or equal to 10, right? So this is exactly what I'm trying to check it here, right? If that is the case, then finally we will end. Right, now let me draw the shapes. I'm actually using mouse, so it's not really good, but let's start. I try my best. So this is the start, and then after start we have to put the number. This is a process, so rectangle shape is expected, and this is what will happen. So you initialize with 1. Then once you do this, you are going to print that number, for example, then it will print 1. And once you print 1, you are going to increase number by 1. So which means, again, rectangle shape. So we increase by 1. Right. Now, if you draw a loop, this loop repeats never ending. So that's why we have the decision block. So this is the decision block that we are going to have. We will check whether the number is yes. We are checking whether the number is less than 10. Then only you are going to continue. Right. So once you do this, you'll go to the top. That means if this is yes, we are going to do this. If it is no, right? If it is no, then you will come out. What do you mean by come out here? So whenever it says no, then you'll come out from the loop, and then you'll come to the end of it. So this is what we have put. So now we will see what will happen here. You start this, you get a variable and you assign it to 1, and then you check whether the number is less than or equal to 10. So the question mark, we will put it here. Yes, it's less than or equal to 10. Then you print number. So that will print 1. Right, number, now you are going to increase by 1. So number becomes 2 now. Now you are checking whether 2 is less than or equal to 10. Yes, you print 2 now. Then 2 plus 1, number becomes 3, and you are checking whether 3 is less than or equal to 10. It says yes, and then you print 3. So you are going to do it like this. So let's say you are printing number 9, and 9 plus 1, number becomes 10. 10, is it less than or equal to 10? Yes, it's equal to 10. So you print 10. And then we will say, okay, number plus 1, then number becomes 11. 11, you are checking whether it's less than or equal to 10. No, then you will come out from this. So this will print numbers from 1 to 10. Okay, now I want to print odd numbers. So I want to modify this. Printing odd numbers between 1 to 100, right? So you can just modify this. So how do you modify? Can you help me out? What are the places I need to change? So we were printing odd numbers from 1 to 100. So the changes that we have made to the previous one, starting value, no change, it start 1. Increment, we have to make by change 2. Yes, that's so. And then this is instead of 10, we have to put 100 percentage. So we can say, ask, okay, is number, it could be anything, less than or equal to 100 or less than 100. Both are okay because, yes. That's all. Can you take down this? And once you finish it, please let me know. We'll move to the next one. So the next example, I want you to draw. Let me share the screen. I want you to draw a flow chart to print even numbers from 1 to 100, even numbers. Same thing, even numbers. Look at the 3 places I told you. The beginning of the loop, increment or decrement, and the condition. If you carefully look at the 3 places, then you should be able to come up with the flowchart for this. So I want to this time print even numbers from 1 to 100.